Thank you so much for joining us. Well, they are working to keep young people active and engaged this summer, and we are glad they're here. Chris Brown and Ty Armour join me now with more on the city's summer camp program. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Let's start by talking about, at the very top, I talked about last summer and how we were all rocked by the violence and our young people and what we saw happening in downtown and the shootings. And so you all are saying, you know what, we want to make sure that that does not happen again. And that's part of the mission and what you all are doing through this summer camp program.
Absolutely. So one thing that the city is doing, and at 11 of our sites here at the City of Chattanooga, we're offering that summer camp for those ages between 6 and 12 years old, and also having a team-related activity for our back to summer camp as well. It's a very, very important thing for our city right now.
Talk about that, because we've seen study after study, and we know that, of course, in the summer you see violence, you see shootings go up, you see these young people who don't have anything to do a lot of times, and that's when we see them get in trouble. Right. And so you're looking at, it's so important that you're keeping them engaged and active.
Absolutely. It's very, very important to us that we have these mediums. I actually take it personally. I grew up in one of the community centers in North Chattanooga, and if I didn't have these types of camps and these types of activities to keep me out of trouble, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So it's very important. And so at 11 of these sites, starting from June 5th until August the 4th, we're going to be having these from 8 a.m. to 3:30 each day, where they can go on field trips, they have a meal to eat, and just giving them something to do for this summer. It's very, very important to us.
Because I think that I've heard from you all at the City of Chattanooga, you all realize that it's a win-win situation for everyone, because these children are our future. And if we don't invest in these children on the front end, then that's when, our city doesn't flourish in the future.
Absolutely.
So it's so important to get them and to give them those role models and that guidance now.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of times these centers and these managers at these centers, they're like the parents when they're out of school and things like that, and it's almost like a family, and so they see a lot of different things, and they're just exposed to a lot. So we're blessed to have them, and we're blessed to be able to have these opportunities for our youth to have a positive outlook.
Let's talk about now your camp, and again, just a little bit more detail about what people are going to be doing, what you all will offer to young people who participate in this camp.
So starting off right at 8 o'clock, we're going to have different art activities. We're going to be going on field trips. We're going to be going swimming, and we're also going to be having some educational activities going on as well. We really do have a well-rounded camp. Been doing camp for a while now in the Department of Community Development. And so we're just going to be offering them just a plethora of different things going on throughout the day to just keep them energized and exercised, so they'll be ready for when school starts in the fall.
And that's so important, because we already know with the pandemic how they said students suffered learning loss during that. And so now we always talk about during the summer, especially for some kids who don't have access to certain things, they suffer that learning loss. And so they go in, in the fall and they're behind. So this way you're keeping them engaged, you're keeping them active to hopefully so that when they go back, they're ready to go back to school.
That's so true. And I like to add that we also have what we call our teen media camp. And what that is for the teenagers that's like 13 to 18-year-old, we bring them in and they actually getting to learn how to take like photography, art, computers, so music. So they doing all the other cool stuff that not only are they learning a trait, but they're able to take this trait and do something with. So.
And you know what, one of the things when you say that, you talk about that, and that's good, because you're like the cool stuff, because the teenagers don't want to do the same thing as the younger children want to do. And so when you start talking about photography and things that they can do as a trait, well, they're having fun, but you're actually teaching them something.
Right. That's so true.
That's and we use this as a medium to bring them in. So we use the music and those type of things to bring them in to learn the life skills and things like that, because you can't always just have a boilerplate on how you talk to young people. You just can't. You have to have different mediums to bring them into one space.
And one of the things too, when you talk about that, like you said, because it's meeting these children and these young people where they are.
Absolutely.
And for some of them, like you said, the situation and the home circumstances may be different from others and may be more difficult than others.
Absolutely. It's just a really important thing for us to continue to expand these resources. And also, every single year, we try to start with summer camp as a clean slate. Look and see what we did last year. Look and see what other organizations are doing so that we can continue to make our camp better and continue to provide these resources for our young people.
Now, you're opening this up for all students in this area.
Yes, so right now we actually have a scholarship, $40 for the entire summer. We have a list of 35 area schools across Hamilton County. And also, if you get the free reduced lunch, you get that $40 discount. It is an amazing, amazing thing that we're doing for most of all of our Hamilton County students.
Okay, so again, if parents that you're going to send that out and parents are interested, or if you have like a grandparent or someone says, you know what, I'm raising my grandchild or keeping, I need something for them to do this summer, they can reach out to the city and go to your website?
Absolutely, communitycenters.chattanooga.gov. Also, we've just released that they can apply online and pay online, or they can fill out an application and go directly to the community center. So again, trying to have these resources directly to them so they can get their kids registered.
Okay, some good information there. And hopefully, like you said, you'll have a lot of parents reaching out to you so that we can keep those kids engaged and we will not see a repeat of what we saw last summer.
That's right.
Chris, Ty, thank you all so much for being here and for what you all are doing with our kids here in this city. We appreciate that.
Thank you.